Hey everybody, Jaleel Mans here from High Velocity Global. Thanks for tuning in for another live. And today we're going to be talking about 5 fundamental video tips. And these tips are going to help you no matter what your skill level, whether you've been doing videos forever or you've never done your first video. These tips are going to help you get across the line, help you resonate with your viewers, with your followers. And so I want to open up this live. I was going through my video archive and I found the perfect video to share during this training, because I'm going to go through those 5 fundamental tips. However, I want to share a client video that we did a little while back, and it's amazing. So I want you to pay close attention to this video, and then we're going to dive right into the training.
Hi there, it's Vicki Gessler with the Gessler Group and eXp Realty. And man, do I have a surprise for you. I am so excited about this awesome, beautiful home in the heart of Old Katy. And I want you to follow me inside.
Okay, and so I really like Vicki's energy. She's always she seemed to be a natural when it comes to videos. And not everybody is that way. But there are 5 tips that we're going to go through today. First, we're going to talk about hooking your audience. And so when you saw that video, you could see that Vicki really hooked you. To give you some context on that video that you just saw, that video was actually a quick lead-in Facebook video that we did, which led to a walkthrough video tour of a real estate property in Katy, Texas. And so, she was able to hook the audience in the beginning using that short video clip, which then led to the full walkthrough video of the home. And so the next tip is to tell stories. Tip 3, we're going to talk about evoking positive emotions. We're going to talk about using supporting visuals. And then, of course, we're going to talk about music makes a difference. So let's go ahead and go to tip 1. Tip 1 is hooking your audience. And so if you don't know this, if you haven't done video, it's very important that you hook your viewers probably in the first 3 to 8 seconds, really, just to kind of get them hooked and get them to know exactly what they're getting into. So you'll notice that I did a little bit of that in the beginning. I went through and I showed you all 5 tips, what we're going to cover in this video. And what that does is that relieves a lot of anxiety that people may have when it comes to sticking around for your whole video, because they really have no idea. If you didn't schedule your live, if you didn't share information about what the live was about, and you just kind of randomly went live, people really have no idea what you're talking about. They don't know what the agenda is. And so you've got to go in and you've got to hook your audience from those first few seconds and let them know exactly what's in store. A great way to hook your audience would be something that you may have heard on YouTube already, which is, by the end of this video, you're going to know how to underwater basket weave, right? And so by doing that, I've hooked the audience to say, okay, if you stick around for the full duration of this video, you will be able to accomplish a specific goal by the time this video is ended. So that's one way to hook your audience. And so it's very important to hook them, because if you don't hook them in the beginning, you're going to lose them. If you're paying any attention to the analytics in your videos when it comes to Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, you'll see those drop-offs in your videos. So make sure that you hook your audience before you get into the topic or what you're going to talk about. Alright, so we've covered tip 1, which is hooking your audience. Next, we're going to talk about storytelling. So storytelling has an amazing power when it comes to video, because by telling a story, neurologists understand that you can really get into the head of a prospect. You can, if you're descriptive enough, if you get into enough detail, if you talk about the ups and downs and your feelings during a story, you can get the watcher of your video to actually come into that story, to feel like they're a part of that, to experience the emotions with it. And so there's lots and lots of power in telling stories. And so I do that from time to time. Like at the beginning of this video, I showed you a quick video of Vicki Gessler, the eXp Realtor, and the video that we did together. And that story was amazing because we went out there and she absolutely crushed it. She smacked it out of the park. And everything I believe that was here, all elements, all 5 of these fundamental video tips. I'll share the video one more time before we conclude. But all 5 of these elements exist in that quick 30-second video that I showed at the beginning. So get your customers to engage. If you're selling websites, for instance, tell the struggle of, what it's like to try to get somebody to, build a website, how hard it was to write content for a website, not understanding the full structure of how it works, or maybe even working with someone who doesn't understand exactly how to articulate those differences between a standard website and one that generates real leads. That is a way to use storytelling to then lead to, a natural conclusion of working with someone. So utilize those stories as much as you can. That was just one example, but I'm sure if you've been in business for any amount of time, you could probably think of some instance where there was some sort of story, some backstory you can go to that will help people understand a selling point in your business, or why you do certain things in your business or your organization. So now that we've talked about storytelling, we're going to talk about evoking positive emotions. And so in that video that I showed at the very beginning, evoking positive emotions was great. In that video, Vicki was high energy. She was in the camera. She was smiling the whole time. She was enthusiastic. And so even for a realtor, that energy is contagious, right? If you're watching a video with someone and then once you add the WordPress plugin, you lose the person there. So evoking those positive emotions and that feeling, in that video, she said, I can't wait to show you this house. Come on in, right? And so it gets you excited about what's to come. And so you want to evoke those positive emotions from your viewers in your videos. It's going to be very important, because if you're very level all the way through the video, I can promise you that there's going to be a drop-off that you weren't expecting in the views of your video. So make sure that you evoke some positive emotions. If you do take your viewers on a roller coaster and you tell them about the down times, make sure you come all the way back up and share the positive emotions, and use descriptive words. Say, hey, I was enthused. I was excited when I heard the knock on the door, and I heard the dogs barking, and I knew it must be the FedEx package, the FedEx guy with my package that I ordered from Amazon. I couldn't wait to get to the door, swing it wide open, sign for it, and get my package. Pass that positive emotion on. Share those feelings, and your viewers will grab on those emotions too. So tip 4, using supporting visuals. Obviously, supporting visuals are very important, right? So if I'm going to try to sell you, a backup battery pack, I have one here, but it's one thing if I tell you about it. It's another thing if I show you, right? And so here it is. It fits easily in your pocket. You'll see that you have connections here for USB. You also have a charger port, so that's very important. And then, it's pretty slick, it's streamlined, it's lightweight. So by using supporting visuals, you could explain all day what this thing does, but until you show them, hey, this is the button on the side that you press to turn it on and off, that's really where the magic comes in, is using supporting visuals. Be like a comedian, be like Carrot Top, and bring props to your videos. Use those props in your videos. It mixes things up, it keeps things interesting. And tip 5 of 5, I'm going to tell you that music makes the difference. I'm going to play that 30-second video again with Vicki. I played it at the beginning of the live, but I'm going to play it again. And I want you to pay close attention to the mood of the music that's playing in the background. So let's go back to watch that video one more time, and then I'll come back to wrap the training up.
Hi there, it's Vicki Kessler with the Kessler Group and eXp Realty. And man, do I have a surprise for you. I am so excited about this awesome, beautiful home in the heart of Old Katy. And I want you to follow me inside.
So you see how she hooked the audience. It was just 30 seconds. There was a story to tell about that house and about the old Katy area. She evoked positive emotion. Everything about her tonality, her movements, her hand gestures, everything evoked positive emotions. We used supporting visuals in that video. So if you see the realtor sign there, that was purposefully angled so that you could see the phone number, the email address, everything. So that wasn't a mistake. That was definitely intentional. And then if you were paying attention to the music was very upbeat, and that upbeat music went perfectly with her mood, with her emotions, with her movement. And in fact, she was so natural and so upbeat in the video, the music actually matched to her. She actually never heard that track until she reviewed the final draft of that video. So these are the 5 fundamental tips I'm going to cover with you again. Today we talked about the 5 fundamental video tips that work, no matter where your skill level is. First, we talked about hooking your audience. Then we talked about telling stories. We went on to talk about evoking positive emotions out of people in your videos. The viewers, they have to feel it. Make them feel it. And tip 4, using supporting visuals. I talked about my backup battery, and I talked about my realtor who was using her sign as a visual tool. And then finally, music makes the difference. So if you need to have some mood music in your videos. It needs to be in line with what you're talking about. If it needs to change, then make sure your video editor or yourself makes that change. If you're not even sure how it works, even better, watch a movie this weekend and then notice during the up and down scenes how the music track, the soundtrack changes. Consider that in your own videos when you're making those. And so I want to thank you guys again for taking the time out to watch this video. If you need some help with planning your video, scripting your video, launching your video, I want to encourage you to give our team a call at 713-568-8134. Again, 713-568-8134. And just call during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time, and we'll be happy to get you on the calendar and kind of walk you through what you need to do for your videos. If you need help, obviously we've come up with some ways to do some videos and continue to be safe. So we're able to record some live stream videos with you, bring that back to our team here, edit those videos, and send them back to you. So regardless of global pandemics, we found some creative ways to get around and make sure that we stay safe, and at the same time provide you high quality video that you can use to promote your business and your company. So thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you guys next time, and go out there. I can't wait to hear what you've done with your videos. I can't wait to see the results. Go out there and let's go get them.